I should probably kill that music. Alright. What's up, guys? Big Clive 34 coming at you today with another news type video. And today it just gets crazier and crazier. You never know what's going to happen out there these days. And I have a wild clip coming up in like 2 seconds I'm going to show you. First, I'm going to set you up with the background. And after we roll the clip, I'm going to give you kind of my opinion and what's been going on and how they're handling it all, and what you might expect to see from it. So basically, what we have here is a Florida Highway Patrol officer behind the wheel of his Dodge Charger police cruiser and a Lamborghini, and I'm not a Lamborghini expert, but it looks like an Aventador, maybe a Huracan, I'm not really sure. I guess it doesn't really matter. But basically, the cop pulls up next to him and drops a gear, and then what happens next is pretty much history. So check out the clip real quick.
Revving the engine.
I mean, that's pretty bad, in my opinion.
And taking off.
The cops shouldn't be allowing that at all.
A Florida highway trooper is caught on camera head-to-head with a Lamborghini.
I think it's wrong considering how many times they pull people over for even 5 miles over, and here he is actually racing the Lamborghini.
The video jumps to a shot of a sports car a few yards ahead of the trooper. The Lamborghini is then nearly out of frame.
So basically, the police are kind of treading water on this one, I guess, trying to figure out, one, who the person behind the wheel of the cop car was, because it doesn't really look like in the video there's much of a clear shot of any identification of the car or anything like that, aside from the fact that it is Florida Highway Patrol. Either that, or they're just killing time trying to figure out what they're going to do with their boy. Now, this is where the community really got split on the matter, because I was looking around and seeing all kinds of different opinions on this story. One side is saying that, hey, if I'm driving down the road and I get pegged for doing 5 or 10 over the speed limit and you write me a ticket, this guy should be, you know, put through the full extent of the law and made to face the maximum consequence, kind of to make a statement, because if other people have to face the maximum consequences if they get caught doing something like this, shouldn't a police officer? And the other side is kind of taking a more lax approach, realizing that maybe they've been cut breaks by the police here and there for speeding or maybe even racing or whatever, saying everybody makes mistakes. As a gearhead, you kind of get it, but on the other hand, you're like, why would you do this in a marked police cruiser, especially with all the video cameras that everybody has on every single device these days? Did you really think that it wouldn't end up on the internet? And yet another party to this whole thing doesn't really care what happens to the police officer or with the situation, but they're angry at the person who uploaded the video, saying, you know, this person is a snitch and this is why we can't have nice things and cool little situations like this that might have happened years ago in our parents' age, but today, it can't really happen because of cameras. And the last group is looking at it and saying, why is this even a story? They literally accelerated for 5 to 10 seconds and that was it. You know, when it hits a community like the racing community, we kind of freak out and we're like, whoa, I don't know if this is cool or weird or what to think of it. So honestly, what do I think is going to happen if they even figure out who this guy is, which I don't know that they're going to put much effort into doing. He's probably going to get a slap on the wrist. I mean, everybody makes a mistake now and then, and who doesn't want to race a Lamborghini when it pulls up next to them on the highway? It's not like it was an organized race where this cop showed up at an underground thing and they, you know, it's not like it was a dig or something like that where they were going from a stop. It was just, he ran into him on the highway and they took off. I know I'm probably not the best opinion to have just because of, you guys know my background with racing and all that, but on the other hand, it just doesn't seem like as big of a deal as what people are making it out to be. A lot of people are saying if it were just 2 cars, nobody would have even noticed. It wouldn't have even been a story, but I guess the fact that it's a police officer kind of alarmed some people. So beyond that, we don't really have a when or a where or a why or anything like that. All that we have is the Florida police have opened an investigation, and do I think it's really going to escalate? Not really. You can't see much of the car. Nobody got hurt. They're probably going to do a little bit of looking, and then if they can't find anything, just let it go. So that's about all I got on this one. Let me know what you guys think below. Should this guy get like rocked if they figure out who he is? Should they make an example out of him? Should he just kind of get a slap on the wrist, maybe slight suspension? I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below. Let me hear what you have to say. Anyways, this has been Big Clive 34. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you next time. Oh, that's a wrap. I'm gonna put my music back on now.